I know we're already in 2026. It is the 1st of February today. But if you ask me, the 1st of February is like the new year. January, you get a 30-day trial period. Get to see what works, see what doesn't. 1st of February, we go at it. That's why I'm in the studio today. Amen. One of my personal things, yeah, maybe I'm bugging because I don't really hear people talk about this. Like, you lot let me know in it. But like, don't invite me to your house if you know there's no food. Like, don't invite me to your house if you know that I'm going to sit there and starve. You know I like to eat. You know what I mean? Anyone that knows me knows I love a little snacky wacky. You know what I'm saying? And like, not that I'm entitled to someone's food or what's in someone's fridge, or if I pop up on you last minute, fair play. But if you're inviting me to your house, yeah, there needs to be a level of hospitality. Maybe it's just the way I grew up, but like the type of mum that I have, you would know whenever someone's coming to the house because something in the air is just different. You know, the house is completely clean. There's a candle burning that we haven't seen in ages. You know, there's a certain lamp that's on. This is over here, this is over there. She'll put like a tray with like drinks on it. Like my mom will cook stuff that she only cooks when people come around. You know what I mean? And then when the person walks into the house, it's always, hi, how are you? Like, da 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 da. What do you want to eat? Like, it's always, we know we're eating. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's an African thing, but like, we know we're eating. You know, you can't, like, if I'm at your house for like 6 hours, we're eating. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we are smoking that ganja. Like, come on. Like, we need to eat. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's different in it, but I think that hospitality is very important. Like, I've had some friends where I've gone to their house and I've realized how important hospitality is because of how well they give it to me. Like, I come to your house and you're worried about what I'm going to eat. If you order food, you will order the food for me. Not that I feel entitled to or not that I ask you to, but you almost feel obliged to because you know what good hospitality is. Food, drinks, making sure people are the right temperature in your space. Like really treating someone like a guest. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people can't do that, it does, I don't want to say make me raise an eyebrow, but it does leave me a little bit like, damn, because I would do that for you type shit. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. You lot let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, is hospitality important? Like, do you think that it's not that deep? Everyone should fend for themselves? Like, you lot tell me.
If you don't have food for me, am I gonna get to the toilet and there's no toilet paper?
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
can I be you in your house? Can I have you in your house experience?
no, like literally because you eat as well. So why all of a sudden when I'm coming to your house, you're acting like there's no food? Like, and forget that. I've actually been to someone's house before where they've eaten in front of me and I've had no food. And I couldn't believe that shit. I could not believe that shit. Hi guys, it's Christabel, also known as Christabel the Skater. And in 2026, I'm starting a brand new podcast called the Good Girls Podcast. I've been meaning to do this for a very long time. I'm going to be having on all your favorite guests. And I'm also going to be doing solo episodes where we just kiki and you really get to know me. If you'd like to see all of that and more, go over to Christabel the Skater, my YouTube channel, and I will see you there. And I think I personally realized how important it was when there was one time that someone came over to my house and I hadn't cooked. I don't know if it was because it was late and I wasn't prepared. I think that was the case because I had baked scones, right? I like a good scone, you know, slap that jam in the middle, whatever. However, I've never given anyone else my scones. So I wasn't even, I'm not confident enough to give it to someone else, but I will eat it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I didn't back out the scones. I was sitting there hungry for like 2 hours, just thinking to myself, like, I'm in this situation because there's not enough food for all of us. And I learned the lesson that if I am gonna have someone over, I need to be prepared because I can't eat and them just not eat, you know? So if I am gonna have someone over, I'm either gonna let them know the situation and say, hey, like, I cooked something, but it's only for me. So just so you know, get what you need to get. Or it's like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And like I was saying, we're human beings. Human beings need food. Like, and personally, me, I can't be happy without food. I don't know if it's just me. Me and hunger are not friends. Like, I'm the type of person where like, even if I don't have that much money, like if I'm hungry on the plane, I will spend £15 on that plane food because I cannot do hunger, guys. When I tell you, like, it's not my friend and it never will be in Jesus' name. But yeah, I feel very passionately about that one. Has a big back. So
Did you ever go with your family to another person's house and there wasn't food like with the family, or is it that your parents wouldn't even associate with people who were like that, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. What? In Ugandan culture, going to someone's house and there's no food? Like, I was at Christmas and I ate at my auntie's house. So I was at my auntie's house, then we went to another person's house. I'd already eaten at my auntie's house. We've gone to this next house. And then as we've got there, they're like, oh, everyone's eating, grab a plate, eat something. And I'm like, I'm literally not hungry right now. Like, I'm literally not hungry. Everyone's pressuring me and they're like, no, you have to eat. Like, eat, 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 eat. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't want to eat. And then my auntie literally said to me, like, you know, it's disrespectful to decline food. And I'm like, yeah, I hear it, but I'm being dead ass. I'm not hungry right now. Like, if I eat right now, I'm gonna go to sleep, you know, food coma type shit. But that's just to say that, like, feeding people is such an important part of like showing love for them and showing that you actually want them in your house as a guest. If I'm inviting you to my house and I actually fuck with you, I want you to eat. Like, I want you to eat. That's such a basic necessity. I think food is a love language and it doesn't just have to be for men. And for you gals that only know how to cook when it comes to your man, but don't know a damn thing when it comes to your friends, that makes me real sad. That's all I'm going to say. When I went to my auntie's house for Christmas, I hadn't texted her before I got there. And I just pulled up, I just knocked on the door. And when I tell you guys, as soon as I got there, she got in the kitchen. I didn't ask her to. I promise you, I didn't ask her to. But like, I noticed that as soon as I got there, she got in the kitchen because she feels like, okay, this girl's just come from somewhere. She's come into my house. There has to be food. Like, there has to be something for her to eat. I need to fill her belly. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just a standard thing. Like, it's just a standard thing, in my opinion. And I know that there's a lot of people that, I don't know, there's a lot of people that don't eat. There's a lot of girls that don't eat as well. Like, they have to be reminded to eat, or they'll eat like one meal a day. Which that needs to stop as well. Like, come on now. Like, we're not children anymore. We know we need to be eating. I'm lucky enough where, like, if I don't eat, my body literally starts screaming and we start breaking down. So I do keep eating. But for those of you that don't get that bodily reminder, let me be your vocal reminder. Eat that food. Okay, it's for the brain. Your body is for everything. You need it. It's literally your fuel. Okay, if you're not running on food, I don't know what you're running on. You'll be running on gas and fumes and vape juice. Something else that also needs to be left in 2025. Now, this one is for my UK viewers. Scott from Love Island. Leave it at the door. Leave it at the door. Leave it out the villa. I don't like you one bit. Like, I actually do not like you at all. You're so messy. Like, and I don't actually know how you got voted for favorite boy, like, at the start. You know what? I guess people thought, like, oh, he's messy. Like, it's cool. It's fun. You know, you're literally tall, dark, and handsome. You are a tall glass of water. You're a very, very fine man. But your personality, it makes me sick. Like, it makes me sick. You make me sick. And I hope that Leanne gets the ick. Bars, that was unintentional. Millie sending home Charlie was the best thing I've ever seen on Love Island. Like, ever. I mean, I haven't watched every single season, but sending home the boy that you're coupled up with because he thinks that he can have his cake and eat it is the biggest power move known to man. Because I know that he wasn't expecting it. And I don't know, I guess they say that the best way to show a man for real, is not in the words that you say, it's the actions that you take. It's you literally showing him, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, you can actually go on and pack your bags. Like, literally. And that's exactly what she did. And at first I was worried because I was like, Millie, you're one of the prettiest girls in that villa. How are you getting swindled right now? Like, what's happening? But I think what was happening is she wasn't jumping the gun. She was sitting back and she was letting it sit and she was thinking about it. Like, it was almost like, you know, when they say like your silence is like your best virtue, like as a woman, she just wasn't doing too much on the situation. She was just keeping it very, very cutesy. And then she got the opportunity to do her thing and she did exactly that, you know? And I love that for her.
Is your water bottle big enough?
Actually, I don't think so, no.
Looking for a water sponsor?
Co-op, I buy your water every day, okay? Every single day. This is actually quite cheap. I think this is an 85p bottle, you know. But this is the thing. You see like club card prices and like membership prices. So this is 85p. The membership price is 39p. Like, and even with Tesco club card prices, I've heard a lot of people complaining about it because why is it that something is £4, but with the club card it's £1.50? Like, so you're basically telling me that you could make it cheaper if you wanted to, but you just don't want to. Okay. Because if we all got club cards now, what's gonna happen? Do you know what I mean? If we all got club cards, what's gonna happen? Luckily for you, I do have a club card. Yeah, I do. And also, like, gone are the days when meal deals were £3. Sorry, like, I don't know how we've got this far. Like, meal deals are literally like £4. Like £3.50 to £4 to £4.50. Next thing you know, we're actually gonna be paying £5 for a meal deal. Like, it's ridiculous. Sainsbury's, in my opinion, has some of the best meal deals. Especially that chicken and what's it called? Chicken and Caesar and bacon. Because I know that they do it everywhere, but something about the one at Sainsbury's, like the Caesar, you lot ate with that one still. No pun intended. People ask me for my skincare routine, like, guys, just drink water. Drink water. And when you respawn in Uganda. That's how you get good skin. In this segment, we're going to be talking about skating, whether that's the London scene, the American scene, the scene all together. What is the London skate scene right now? To me, personally, I'd put a huge question mark over it, but I think that's just because I'm 22. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like my peak period of skating, well, I was going to say it has passed, but I don't think that's the case. I think there will be peaks and troughs and peaks and troughs, you know, because eventually I will be living in America someday. And I think that will, you know, really kick something new into the air. But in terms of the London skate scene, to me, it's not the same as it used to be. You know, the people that I used to see don't come out anymore. We've all got jobs. We've all got lives to live. And there was a point where it all got really messy. I think the last event that I remember was that one event where like guys went hospital, like guys actually ended up in hospital. And it was all over some stupid, I don't even know what it was over. I think it was just over ego and like people just trying to be bad. My thing is, don't ever try and be bad. You know you're a skater, right? You know you're a skater. Like, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be bad. And I think that it upsets me the most because one of the things that I actually preach is that I think skating is so good for the London community because it keeps young people, especially young black boys, off the streets. Like, it really does. And it gives them something to do because we all know we don't have community centers as much anymore. We don't really have youth groups. What even is a youth group? What is a youth club? The only youth clubs we have are them churches that try and convince you to join their cult. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, we don't have third spaces. And I think skating is such a good third space. I've met so many people that I'm going to know for the rest of my life. So many people that we can help each other now in different ways. The thing I loved the most about it is the fact that you will get 16-year-olds becoming besties with 50-year-olds. Why? Because you're learning the same routine. Because you are learning the same skill. Like, and skating doesn't matter about age. It doesn't matter about color. It doesn't matter about race, height, looks, anything of that nature. People just see you for who you are as a skater. And they see you for what your style is. You know what I mean? Also, not to mention the fact that we have like no spaces to skate in anymore. RIP Flippers. Flippers London, you were great. I'm not gonna lie, if you was not around Flippers London, you wasn't around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you missed an era still, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm so glad that I was a part of that. I was a part of that for almost the entire time that it was there. I did leave maybe 8 months before it shut or something like that. Just because I was, you know, feeling like I wanted to do my own thing. I'm the type of person when work gets too much and it starts to affect I'm gone. Like, it's really not my life. It's really not all that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm still young. I can do those things. Yeah, but Flippers was great. I learned so much there. I feel like if it wasn't for Flippers, I wouldn't be the girl that I am today. However, Flippers was, it was an interesting time to say the least. I'm deciding whether I want to get messy or not. You know what? Maybe not. I'm not gonna get messy today. So much happened in Flippers within the team. All I can really do is sigh when I think about it. Let me just say that place built character. All I can say is it was an interesting time and it was not all butterflies and rainbows. Especially for me. O2 North Greenwich was literally my starting grounds, and it's really sad that Riverside is now no longer. I don't know why they did what they did. Like, that was honestly, like, they put some massive bricks down. Like, so I don't know why they did it. I don't know if they did it so we can't skate, but I genuinely, like, my thing is, if we can't skate outside, what do you actually expect us to do? Actually, this is a message for the UK government. This genuinely makes me mad. What do you expect us to do? Do you dislike the fact that we skate? Do you not like the fact that we skate? Would you rather we didn't have hobbies? Do you know how many people have been saved by skating, including me? I used to be a little street rat. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I used to chill in central London until ungodly hours, until I found roller skating. And it changed my life. It changed my perspective on everything. It made me a better person because the skate scene is filled with good people. So just help me understand, what do you want us to do? You take away our spaces. You take away our car parks. You put sand down in the car parks. You put salt down in the car parks so that we can't skate. But guess what? We sweep that shit out with the broom because fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I just need to understand, like, what do you want us to do? Is Sadiq Khan the mayor, yeah? Is he still the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, say nothing. Sadiq, like, help me help you. Maybe let's get together and make some sort of space, because, like, it's ridiculous. There is no negative to skating. Giving people a place to skate in, there is absolutely no negative. Like, and if you keep kicking us out of spaces, guess what? We're going to keep finding ourselves in spaces that we shouldn't be in. We're going to keep finding ourselves in places, in private spaces that you're actually going to have the right to kick us out of. But it's like, why did you even get rid of our original space in the first place? Like, just let the kids be. You want to say, what's it called? You want to stop knife crime. You want to stop issues like that. Then give the kids their third spaces and stop making things expensive. Like, genuinely, it's like you lot don't give a fuck. Like, you genuinely do not give a fuck. Like, it's crazy. And then you're shocked that so many kids are gallivanting the streets with the wrong people. Because where are the right people? Where are the right people? You know what I mean? But yeah, do we actually have any skate rinks in London? We have Roller Nation, which, no hate to Roller Nation. You lot have been around, you know, you lot are OGs, and we love you. However, Roller Nation is small and it's not the most ideal space. Like, I wouldn't travel to North London as a South London girly just to skate there. Like, I would rather skate on the street, to be honest. There is, what's that place called? Skate and Vibes sometimes does an event in Brixton. That one's nice. The space is bigger. Skate City is a good one. However, it's not frequent. It might be like once a month or like once every 2 months, something like that. But then again, it's literally all the way in North London. Like, it's absolutely insane. Like, we don't have a lot of spaces. And yeah, it's just sad because it's like, when it's not summer, we can't really skate outside as much. Even like Bethnal Green is great, but like sometimes there be issues there. Like, and it's just like, ugh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but as we do, we will make it work. You know what I mean? Our skaters, we always make it work. So the American skate scene, though, the American skate scene has a lot going on. Like, I always tell people in London that you have to skate in America at least once. Like, you will see some shit in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the first day I went to Detroit, I was just in awe of all the just the energy in the room. The energy in the room was insane. Like, there is actually nothing like it. And I almost feel like it is easier to do your thing in America because everybody's got so much else going on. No one's really worried about you. Whereas in London, people do their thing, don't get it twisted. But it's a bit more like, you know, some people are more shy, or like people don't really want to always go as hard because they might not want to look like they're showing off or da 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 da. But in America, it's balls to the wall. Like, everybody's putting on their best. Like, they come out of that rink dripping. Like, they really throw it down. I love it so much. And that's one of the reasons I would love to move there. Just because, like, it's a whole new different world. And every state has a different style. When you get bored of one style, you can move on to the next. You know what I mean? If you want to be in North Carolina, you want to be doing the snapping, Get bored of that, move to Chicago, learn some JB. Done with the JB, go to Atlanta, learn some of that ATL riding, some of that stuff. Like, there's so much going on. I really like what is it? Is it Ohio? No, or is it California? I think it's California where they do that. I don't know what they do, but Aaliyah Warren 913, I think that's her Instagram. And I told her before that I fuck with her so heavy. We follow each other. But I think that style is so cool. I just don't understand how you're moving on them tiny ass fiberglass wheels. That's the only part I don't understand. Like, that looks terrifying to me. But I love that style. I love the American style so much. There's actually a event coming up, rolling in the Carolinas, and I like really want to go, like, low-key real bad. I'm actually thinking if I want to talk about this next topic or not. It's about kind of like, it's a bit deeper. It's about like being over sexualized, like as a girl with a nice body. Because I do talk about it sometimes, like on my Instagram and stuff. I'm gonna start by saying that being a big batty girl is not easy. Having a body that's T is not easy. And I know it's like a first world problem and there's like people are dying, Kim, whatever, but this is one of my personal problems. And when it's a problem that you literally walk with and is with you for the rest of your life, has been with you for your whole life, it's kind of hard to ignore. So a lot of people might be like, what are the problems? Because people literally get BBLs. People go under the knife. People pay thousands and thousands to have the body that you have. Well, for starters, the over-sexualization is crazy. I remember one time I was going somewhere and I put on jeans and a turtleneck. And I know people always use this example, but I put on jeans and a turtleneck. And the people around me told me to go and change. They told me to go and change because it was too much. It was too, like, revealing, whatever. And I understand it because I know what my body looks like, you know? However, for the longest time, I just couldn't understand how that was fair. Like, why is it that somebody who's born a bit flatter, I'm just going to use that term, flatter, gets to wear whatever they want and not get judged? But I could wear the exact same outfit. And on me, it's skanky. On me, it's like, it's giving Ashell. You know what I'm saying? It's giving Harlot. It's giving no father. It's especially hard when you have a nice figure growing up as well, because not trying to like say anything about anything, but sometimes the way that like my own uncles have looked at me, and these are not like my blood uncles, like my close ones, but you know when you're at a family function and there's uncles, like sometimes they look at you a little too long, or sometimes, you know, you don't see them for a while and then they're like, wow, you look so mature. You look so mature. You know, and it's just a bit like, oh, you know, like it's a bit like, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like when I started to develop hips, like I noticed it. I actually remember when I watched the video back and I was like, bitch, what the fuck is that? And why do you look like that? So for a context, I went to an all white school. There was literally like 5 black girls in the whole school, maybe 4, maybe 3 when I was there, I think. Obviously, some white girls have bum, but it's not as much in their genetics. So most of the girls were slimmer and had less curves, you know? And I remember like I would take pictures. I remember this one picture I took. And I was, you know how girls stand in a certain type of way when they want their bum to look bigger? I would do the opposite. I would try and make my bum look smaller. I would try and stand in a way where my back does not arch as much, purely because I just felt so like it didn't feel nice at the time. I felt so out of place. I felt like my body was disproportionate. I felt like a bit of a freak. That might sound like a crazy way to say it, but I actually did feel like a bit of a freak, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously I don't feel that way anymore, you know. I now know that my body is T and I love it and I wouldn't change it for the world. Then you come out of school, now you've got to deal with men, how they talk to you, how they see you. You know, you're walking down the street and you have to try not to pay attention to the fact that every man is staring at your body. Like, it's like no matter how hard I try, people are always gonna look. And now that I've grown up, I'm in a position where I've just like, I don't let it get to me as much anymore. Before I used to get mad. I used to be like, what the fuck are you looking at? you're old as hell, like what you doing, da 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 da, blah blah blah. But now I've just realized that like people are gonna look, even girls look. Do you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that it doesn't still affect me, like, and that it doesn't still make me feel away sometimes. Now, granted, I'm not saying that I hate when people see my bum, like, oh my God, hide it, like, put me in a burqa. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I just want to, like, be and not feel like someone's undressing me with their eyes. But unfortunately, like, a lot of times, shit, that's the case. But I remember when I was 17, I got moved to by so many uncles. And it was getting to a point where I'd be like, why is it that I'm getting moved to by men that literally look like they're in their 30s? Like, why is it that these men are like, I don't know, it was just such a gross feeling like I was prey to uncles, basically. And then I started social media. When it comes to social media, I'm very much torn. I will say sometimes I do like want to show a bit of skin. And that's because like, why can't I? And this is my thing. And this is where it gets very upsetting for me. It's like a constant internal battle of like, do I choose between wearing what I want because I can, because it's my body, and also because the skinny girl next door is wearing the exact same thing? Or do I cover myself just so these men don't view me in a way and make me feel uncomfortable? Like it's like, man, I don't know. I just feel like I can't win because sometimes I do want to cover up, sometimes I don't. But the times when I don't, it's like, what? So does that now mean that I'm asking for it and that I'm dying for it? And I made a video the other day because I posted a video of my face. I mean, a picture of my face, and someone was in my comments like, oh, what did he say? I think I said no filter, and he was like, you don't need anything extra when you've got all that ass at the back. And I was like, I posted a picture of my face, G. Like, what are we actually talking about? And like, cool, I do like you do see my bum on screen, right? But that's because I'm a skater. And what do? I like to twirl and whirl. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna restrict myself to only facing my front, like, and only doing moves where like I love spinning. I love turning around. I love like being a little fairy on my skates. And sometimes I feel like, am I wrong for doing that? Because it's like, what? Oh, so you just wanted us to see your yash, yeah? Okay. Don't be surprised when all the comments are about it. Oh, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, not only that, back to what I was saying about when I was younger, and it feels like I noticed at a very early age that no matter what I wear, I will be sexualized. So it's like, what do I actually do? Like, what do I actually do? There are some people that are really mean, and they'll be like, oh yeah, like, we don't want to hear you speak, just turn around, or like something like that. Suck your mother 10 times. Tell your mum to turn around. How about that? I don't know. People just sometimes try and treat me like I'm an object, and like it's my fault for being an object. But like, not to be like, I don't know, but like, I don't think, not to like explain myself, but I don't feel like I make a conscious effort to show my bum. Like, you know, for example, the gym girlies who grow their bum in the gym and they're really proud of what they've got, or the BBL girlies that have just got it new. They will turn around and they will do that back arch angle. When have you guys ever seen me do that? Really, really think about it. When have you ever seen me arch up myself for a photo? I don't. But even if I did, fuck that. I don't really give a fuck. Even if I did, it doesn't matter. But it just sucks that even though I don't, like, I just live and it's there. You know what I'm saying? And I can't help it. And the consequences of that is men make me feel shit. Like, it really makes me feel shit when I get sexualized, sometimes overly sexualized sometimes. And people sometimes ask me why I ignore my comments, and that is one of the reasons. Like, yeah, cool, you got men telling you you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, but sometimes when you go in the comments and all you're seeing is men just objectifying your body, saying what they would want to do to you, all these things, it's just like, bruv, like, can I live? Like, can I actually live. I don't know, like yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard. Like, is it my fault? Like, but then there are some men who are really nice, and some men that they see me upset and they're like, bro, like, it's not you. Like, these men are weird. And shout out to those men that come in my DMs and try and really make me feel better, because I really do appreciate it. This guy saw me and was like, "Oh, I know you off Instagram," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And he was like, "Do you know how I recognized you?" And I was like, "What?" Because I don't know, I thought he was gonna say like, I don't know what I thought he was gonna say, but he was like, "Your bum." And bearing in mind this was an in-person interaction, like face to face, he felt comfortable telling me that the only reason he recognized me was because of my bum, and I was just like, "All right, like, all right, bruv." And not only that, like, I feel like dating, men just see me as a scored point. I don't think men see me as someone they actually want to be with. I think they just want to see what the back shots look like. Nah. And that's me being dead ass. Like, and it's like, yeah, it's quite sad to be honest, because I almost feel like, am I ever going to get out of this box? Like, and again, is it my fault? Am I a slut? Am I a bop? Yeah, and it's just tough, and sometimes I almost wish I didn't have it, but I also don't, because I love my figure. Do you know what I'm saying? Body is tea, and always will be. Okay, shout out to my mother. But yeah, it's just not all sunshines and rainbows. Sorry to end it on such a sad note, but I'm done. I'm done speaking. I'm done yapping. I've been yapping for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of the Good Girls podcast. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see more of, if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, if there's anything I said that you agree with or you disagree with, let me know in the comments, but let's keep it respectful. Thank you guys very much for watching. Bye.